Okay, so Shalom, I'm Dr. Yasapa from Zion Law School. Welcome back, welcome back. This is another episode of Astrotheology, and you're gonna learn a lot, I hope. No, I'm just joking. You're gonna learn a lot, and hopefully you're going to ask yourself some questions and hear some questions and think about things in a way that you've not done so before. That's the whole point of this, okay? Not here to change your religion, to change your belief system, here to educate you, give you information and understanding on the topic of astrotheology. So let me get my book. And like I do in every presentation, for those of you who are new, this is the book we are reading from. You need to download this book, okay? It's a free PDF right now. All right, it's a free PDF. This is a phenomenal book. You got to get this book, okay? Got to get this book. This is what we read from. So for those of you who are new, I will read, I will interpret, because this almost every paragraph needs to be interpreted because this book was written so long ago. It was published in 1857. So I'll read and then we'll discuss, okay? So I'm going to give it a few minutes, let a few people come in, and then we're going to get started. But let's go over right now the schedule, all right? The schedule, all Eastern Standard Time. We're going to go through this entire book. It's 341 pages. We're going to go through the whole book every day until we complete it. We are now on, I think this is number 30. This is the 30th presentation we've done. So we've been doing this for a whole month, 30 days. We're on page 100 and I think 69. Let me check. All right, I'm going to give you the schedule. All the times, and we're on page 175 now. Page 175. So download this and print it. So the schedule is every day Eastern Standard Time, okay, y'all? So here we go. Mondays, 9 p.m. Tuesday, 10 p.m. Wednesday, 10 p.m. Thursday, 10 p.m. Friday, 9 p.m. Saturday, 8 p.m. Sunday, 2 p.m. All right, that's the schedule, all Eastern Standard Time. All right, so let's give it a second before we get started, all right? I'll be with y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me do what I have to do to get things set up, and we will be in business. We will be in business, all right? Let me get things set up. Give me 1 moment, please. All right. So give me 1 moment. We'll let people come in. All right. All right, so let's give it a moment. We're going to let some people come in, and then we're going to go ahead and get started, okay, y'all? I'm going to get everything set up. I think I'm going to be by myself tonight. So, and that's cool too. Make sure you comment and subscribe. If you haven't already done so, subscribe, like, and share the video. All right. We'll give it a minute and then we'll get started. Okay, let's just give it a chance for some people to come in and then we'll get started. So y'all keep in mind, Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 8. If you don't know what that is, go look it up. Okay, very important scripture. Very important scripture. In this presentation, the book titled The Devil's Pulpit may fool you. It's nothing spiritistic at all. This is a very scientific book. It's a very scientific book. He uses language, history, and astronomy to make his point. Okay? And then critical thinking. That's the really nice thing about this book. That's why I like it so much. Okay, so don't let the name fool you. When you download the book and you start reading it, you'll understand why the title is The Devil's Pulpit. Okay. All right, let me pull the document up. Make sure y'all subscribe if you haven't already, and like and share the video, okay? Across your platform. So if you got LinkedIn, if you have Facebook, if you have any social media, be sure to help us out in that way, okay? Because when you like and when you share and when you subscribe, it helps with the Facebook, with the YouTube gods. The YouTube gods will more readily see our videos, the algorithm, right? And more people will see it. And then in that way, it's helping us to reach more people. Okay. All it takes is for you to like, share, and subscribe the video. That's all it takes. All right. So let me see if y'all can see the screen. Let me check the connection, make sure everything is okay. And then we can get started. And let me see. Let's see if we have sound. Do we have sound? All right, I see the visual, but I don't hear sound. Let me see. Okay, we got sound. All right, so we're ready to go, y'all. Okay. So we are on page 175. That's where we're at. Okay. So here we go. Page 175. I'm not going to do a summary yet. Maybe I'll do a summary later. Okay. But if this is your first time here, all the videos they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. So if I forget to do the summary at some point, go back and watch the video before this one, and you'll get. But you really should watch everything from 1 to all of them in order. Make sure you watch them in order because they all build on each other. And why, when Judas goes out, is the Son, S-O-N, of man clarified. And when the Son of man is clarified, capital G-O-D is clarified in him. So we read all of that. Let me go down to the bottom page. Y'all gonna have to get that in the other video, okay? Let's go down to the bottom of the page where it says, and hence, because we read all of this already. What's going on with that? So let's go down to where it says, and hence, the last paragraph. There we go. There we go. Y'all see it at the top? All right. It says, and hence, not only the names of Peter, Andrew, James, John, and the rest of them, but the name of Judas Iscariot is one of the names of that, and we see this Greek phrase, that many named demon, by which was never meant anything else than the Son, S-U-N, himself. All right. So not a real demon, but the S-U-N. Okay. Let me get my page in my book, y'all. All right. The next paragraph. The name Judas, the same as Judah, generally translated the praise of the Jew, that is, of the capital L-O-R-D, is a compound word, is a compound of the two Ammonian names of God. I think this is pronounced Iu, pronounced Aiv. Whence the pagan lowercase God, Jove, Jove, and the Christian Jehovah, and Da, Dis, Daz, the day, the lowercase God of day, and Iscariot, signifying he that cuts off or exterminates, as the month of June puts an end to the sun's further ascension, right? Y'all remember that the highest point of the sky for the sun is the zenith, and then after that, it goes down. Okay, so that's the correlation. Okay, so we're talking about the sun at its highest point, or the zenith in the celestial sky, and begins to shorten all days. All right, everybody see that? Everybody see that? So when the sun gets to its zenith, its highest point, after that it goes down, and the number of daylight hours decreases continuously until December 22nd, right? Then it starts to move up, and it moves up 1 degree by the time December 25th midnight. Okay, that's when the sun is said to begin to rise again, okay, in the celestial sky. Okay. So make those correlations, y'all. Make the correlations. Okay, the name Judas, Judah, and then all of these deities. Okay, according to the author, their meaning is cut off or exterminate. I'm assuming he's talking about Latin. But now, if I remember correctly, well, someone in the audience go back and look at the Strong's numbers for all of the derivatives that are associated with Strong's number 3068. All right. Okay, so it continues. This constellation, upon being personified, as they all are, gets the allegorical calendar of let me repeat that. This constellation, upon being personified, as they all are, so all constellations are personified, meaning that they are given the attributes and characteristics of a person, a living person. Okay, all the constellations are, gets the allegorical character of a murderer. So this constellation in question gets the allegorical character of a murderer, and the field or portion of the heavens, y'all got that? The field is the portion of the heavens in which this sign of the zodiac is literally hanging. Y'all remember, all the zodiac signs are hanging on nothing. Okay, this is going back to Judas Iscariot's death by hanging. Okay, constellations, including the constellations represented by Judas Iscariot, hangs upon nothing. So Judas was hung. Judas was hung. The personification of the character of his constellation is a murderer. Murderers get what? Capital punishment. Okay, and the field or portion of the heavens in which this sign of the zodiac is literally hanged, and where, atheistically speaking, it hanged itself, gets the allegorical name of Asil Dhamma, the light, universal blood, or the field of blood. Y'all got that? Everybody got that? All right. All right. Next paragraph. As the name Jesus itself is really none other than the ancient Persic name for the sun. That's the S-U-N. So now we're talking about the name of JC, right? with the Latin termination. Y'all remember we went over that many videos ago, right? This is how we know that the Gospels were initially really written in Latin, right? Go back and watch the video if you want to know more about that. And the name Jesus itself is really none other than the ancient Persic name for the sun, that is the sun, sun, with the Latin termination. The radical word itself, es, signifying I, the one, the alone, and es, the fire, the fire, that is the one great fire, which is the sun, sun, and which worshipped under the name of Hercules, compounded of, and we see these biblical Hebrew characters, meaning the light, the universal fire, which was the same JC or Jesus Christ, and under the name Asclepius, compounded of, and we see again some biblical Hebrew character pictographs, meaning the fire, the universal Father, which was the same as Jesus Christ, that's JC, y'all, and under the Greek name of, and we see the Greek name here, Apollo, that is apart the many, which was the same JC or Jesus Christ, and under the Latin of sol, spelled S-O-L, or solus, S-O-L-U-S, meaning the one, the alone, which is the same JC or Jesus Christ. So again, this is talking about the sun, right? The sun, S-U-N. All right, so JC is the S-O-N and the S-U-N, sun. And under the reverentially repeated name of On, spelled O-N, the being, B-E-I-N-G, On. It looks like that's O-N, y'all, but I can't tell because the type is not clear. Meaning the being, the one, the being, the self-same deity, the sun, S-U-N, was worshipped by the ancient Egyptians. Y'all getting this right? Remember the Coptic Egyptians, the Coptic ancient Egyptians are the ones who first penned the Gospels. Go back to the previous videos to get more on that. As the sacred name onion, y'all got that? Onion, O-N-I-O-N, onion, was also the name of the great temple of the sun at Heliopolis. This gave occasion to those whose object was to inquire into the real meaning of things as little as possible, to accuse the Egyptians of worshiping onions. That's funny. They accuse the Egyptians of worshiping onions. The onion receiving that Egyptian name from the curious analogy that if you cut it, that is, if you cut an onion horizontally, the two sections present a resemblance of the solar system. Wow, I can see that. Y'all see that? I see that. Sorry about that, y'all. I wasn't showing it. All right. Okay. The sun, S-U-N, in the center, and the orbits of the planets, which revolve around it. Y'all check that out. Cut an onion horizontally. It says the sun in the center and the orbits of the planets which revolve round it, making up the whole substance of the root. Wow, I never thought about that. Thus, by looking at it, you may contemplate heavenly wonders. By looking at the onion, you may contemplate heavenly wonders. And by smelling at it, you may shed tears of a sincere devotion, as any sensible man could wish to shed when he smells an onion, right? And if after having looked at it, and smelled it, you should have a mind to eat it. It would be the most sensible way I know of taking the sacrament. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. That ends this chapter. And I think it's a good time to end this video because we can begin the next video, part 1, and it'll be the opening of a video instead of bringing, y'all see what I mean? So we're going to stop right here. This was a fast video. And tomorrow, the next video is going to be St. Thomas part 1. All right. So thanks for joining me. Let me check. Give me 1 second, y'all. I hope everybody is cool with that. Stopping right now. Yeah, we stop right now, then we pick up tomorrow. We can start fresh on a fresh chapter, okay, y'all? If y'all want to keep going, put it in the chat, but I think it's a good idea for us to stop now. And then we won't have any breaks. It'll be easier for y'all to go back and find which videos are what, right? If we begin every chapter with the video of itself, you know what I mean? All right. So thanks for showing up. I hope I'm not disappointing anyone by stopping so early. Y'all feel free to send me an email, right? Make sure y'all register for the Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, live online course. Come in and learn with us. We'll be live online. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything. Make sure you read the registration, right? And then also support us by supporting yourself, your own education. Reclaim your Ibriac language and culture. Subscribe to 101 Ibriac. Y'all see everything on the screen scrolling and right there. Subscribe, like, share the video. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, okay? See y'all tomorrow. Thanks for coming in. It's a really fast video, only probably 20 minutes, right? But we'll be back at it. We'll hit it hard tomorrow. We're going to go tomorrow. The chapter is St. Thomas. Let me just make sure. Yeah, the chapter is St. Thomas. And this lecture was delivered March 13th, 1831. 1831, y'all. All right. So with that, I'm Dr. Yasapa from Zion Law School. Shalawama.